And now to a developing story near Fort Hall. A woman is dead after she slammed her van into the back of a truck on I-15. It happened around 7 o'clock this evening. Idaho State Police telling us that smoke from an uncontrolled fire burning along the side of the road was making it difficult to see for the drivers. So they all began slowing down. But this woman who died apparently didn't notice that. One other person was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. One northbound lane of Interstate 15 still closed tonight as police continue to clear the area.
And now to another fire burning today, this one in Jefferson County, just east of Highway 20, behind the South Fork Estates housing subdivision. It started as an attempt at a controlled burn, but it turned loose quickly due to the high winds. At one point in the blaze, it literally threatened multiple homes. The fire started with a homeowner who was burning trash. The high winds pushed the fire into the wilderness area next to the house, where the dried brush grass and the cottonwoods helped to ignite an even bigger flame. 9 trucks from Central Station and Rigby responded to the scene. The fire reached 2 sheds behind the home, and in total, it burned 3 to 5 acres of land.
No structures threatened or lost to my knowledge. We are just continuing to put out hot spots, and we've got some trees with flames in them at about 60 feet high, so we are knocking down some trees to extinguish this fire.
The Pocatello Zoo is housing a welcomed yet unexpected guest tonight. Somebody from Arbin Valley dropped off a week-and-a-half-old moose calf after the mother abandoned him. The little moose calf had fallen down a bank into a stream. The mother stayed with the calf for 2 days, but when the baby moose was unable to free himself, she decided to leave. When the moose calf arrived to the zoo, he was dehydrated, badly malnourished, and beat up quite a bit. But over the past day, the medical personnel have successfully gotten him onto the road to recovery. They hope to have him healthy enough to move to a wildlife park that could fully accommodate him.
Moose are difficult to keep in captivity. Their diet is very strict. They just don't normally do well in captivity. Northwest Trek is a wide open exhibit for them where they can eat native vegetation and live in a wild environment. So it would be a really good place for them.
Reporter Jake Taylor live for us right now in Pocatello. And Jake, what research is getting this big funding at ISU?
Well, researchers here are getting $670,000, and they're using that money to create cutting-edge materials for electronics research and to fight cancer.
Todd, the hospital says that Hammett and Carter have a personal vendetta against the hospital's board, and that in order to take them down, they created a media conspiracy and put pressure on the prosecutor to start an investigation.
So safe, Jake?
Well, according to the group collegesafe.com, ISU is the 5th safest university in the country. But this is nothing really new to the university. In the past few years, they've made several lists of safe campuses.
It's Brittany Borghi was at the press conference with me today. Brittany, talk to us about what this means.
Carol, the hospital claims that Hammett and Carter have a personal vendetta against the board, and in order to take it down, created that media conspiracy that forced the prosecutor to start an investigation.
Jake, tell us about the new look.
Well, for years, Pocatello officers have been trying to update their old wool uniform. In fact, it's been the same since the 1940s, if you can believe it. Now they're getting their new duds, a navy blue uniform that's coated in Teflon.
He spoke tonight in Pocatello. Eyewitness News reporter Brittany Borghi caught up with him. And Brittany, what is he trying to do in his talks?
Yeah, Todd, well, Ferguson started this center as a way to educate people about how the state is handling their money, but he says the legislature isn't holding up its end of the deal.
Focus on downtowns.
Well, those I spoke with today said the downtown is usually a good gauge of any town or city. They say it shows its strengths and weaknesses and magnifies them. They say when a downtown is strong, it shows the community has a strong foundation. When it's weak, well, it's some bad news.
Well, now that the summer is in full swing, many different people, groups, and even organizations are headed outdoors to support their favorite causes. Local News 8's Tyler Gibbons woke up early this morning to attend the second installment of a summer-long event, the Heart and Soul Fun Run.
We need to get off our bums and get out here and be active no matter what. Our times don't really matter. It's just a matter of trying to be healthier, and that makes you happier.
Typically, nobody is really happy to be up at 7:30 in the morning, especially on a Saturday. But 600 or so Eastern Idahoans were grinning from ear to ear as a huge crowd showed up to Portneuf Medical Center.
The race is only $16, so they're basically running for their own health.
The Heart and Soul Fun Run is the second installment of a summer-long 5-part series. Just a participation-based event, organizers provide a nutritious breakfast, but don't hand out any placement prizes.
It's just a community event to get people out and get them active.
And it worked. People from 3-year-old Claytor Preston to grandfathers who wouldn't give their age showed up just to stretch their legs.
Well, yeah, it's a celebration. And he pushed the whole thing. He pushed up and down a cart and just walked and ran and just had a great time.
But perhaps no one should be celebrating more than 67-year-old Lonnie Tunter. The 28-year-old Davie veteran has had heart problems since 1985. Instead of taking any sort of medication, he decided to put his health into his own hands.
He said he'd take his chances with a heart attack, and this is what he wants to do.
So Lonnie runs and lifts 6 times a week and hasn't seen a doctor in over a year, although even he admits he didn't know things would pan out this well.
I don't know, it's just something that I enjoy doing, and it just feels good to be in shape.
And good might be an understatement. In Pocatello, I'm Tyler Gibbons.
Incredible. Thank you, Tyler.